Today we're in Gardner, Kansas at a completed project that we started a little over a year ago. We're going to be putting in a 1 acre pond here. The property's about 30 acres big, and they're asking for a 1 acre pond. And that, honestly, that pond is going to go beautifully behind me.
What they're going to be doing is building their home over here to my right. They're going to be putting the pond behind me. And then
we're also going to be putting up a shop over there, driveway, and a whole bunch of other stuff out here. Right now, we're putting in the silt fence. Silt fence is up. That went up a few days ago and passed inspection just fine. We can go ahead and get started on this 3 acre pond project. So the next task at hand is going to be stripping off all the topsoil over the work site. There's going to be about 1.5 feet topsoil over the entire work site, and all that needs to get pulled off and stockpiled. That way we can get to the good clay to start our dam. Have about 650 loads of topsoil to strip off this entire project, which is going to equal about 9,500 yards of dirt to get pulled off the top of this before we get any good clay. That's what that machine back there is for. It's going to pull all this topsoil off, and once we get to that nice red clay, we can go ahead and cut in our core trench and then really get started on the fun stuff. So today our guys got started on the core trench for this pond. Basically the core trench is that main piece below the dam, and that goes through the middle of the dam that seals the entire pond and
stops any water from leaking through the dam or below the dam. The core trench is often not installed on ponds.
After the core trench is in, we're basically going to pack all the way up to the surface of the ground, just basically ground level. Then we're going to start building our dam and pulling out the dirt out of the pond. At this point, since all the topsoil is stripped off the pond, that's going to be all clay. So all that clay we pull out is going to go toward building the dam. That way we're getting a little bit of depth from digging out the clay, and we're also going to get some depth from building up the dam.
So the next part that we will be completing on this project is we will be excavating a 10 to 12 foot deep trench through the middle of the pond all the way through.
Which in eastern Kansas, it is recommended to have at least a quarter of the pond be.
So in the future with this project, we will be downsizing the island, and we'll be lining the whole thing with the limestone blocks.
We are going to be putting in some limestone blocks around this island behind me to kind of border it. The reason we're doing this is we're building about a 400 perimeter foot island here that's going to go in the middle of this pond we just constructed. The island is basically just for recreational purposes. The limestone blocks around the edge are going to provide a border that's not going to erode. It's going to give them plenty of spots to fish off of. It's going to give them immediate depth right off the edge. There's so many perks to having this limestone block border on the edge, and it's going to look absolutely beautiful behind me. The blocks we're using on this, if you look over here, are these. So these are Kansas limestone. It's usually comes out of Manhattan, Kansas, or somewhere around the foothills. Each one weighs about 1,000 pounds, and they come in various lengths and widths and whatnot. But basically, what we do to install these is we'll first construct our island here. Usually that's built out of clay. Then we level off an area around here to make sure that water level is going to come up to 4 inches on every single block that goes around this entire thing. And then once we have a level area, we're going to grab these blocks with that excavator, place them around, put topsoil behind it, pack that all in, grade it out so nothing holds water, and the finished product is an island that's going to look beautiful and last forever. These clients came to us with just a raw piece of land a little over a year ago. Their dream here was to build a house, have a really nice pond to look at and make memories with, and that's what we started on, and that's what we've now accomplished. Here behind me we have a 3-acre pond that has this really nice island in the middle. One thing that was really important to them was having this island. That way they can create a space where they can put up, let's say, a gazebo, outdoor kitchen. They can take family out there and have fun what seems like surrounded by water. What we ended up doing right at the tail end of this, before it filled it up, was this limestone block edging. Not only does it just look absolutely amazing, but it's going to give a really seamless and nice transition between the water and the walking area up there. So the clients are having all the dirt work for their house done right now as we speak. So once that's done, once they have their house here, they're going to be able to just step out on their back patio and see this beautiful pond. So as far as this pond goes, if you're curious about the whole build process, you can check out all the specifics on our YouTube channel, along with all the other ponds we build and the future ponds we're going to build. All those videos and the specifics on those ponds will also be on our YouTube channel. If you're interested in a pond or lake, check out any information you need on our website, bulletprooflandworks.com.